Magandang araw po at magandang gabi sa mga nakakapanood sa gabi at sa lahat po ng naabot ng video na ito. Welcome po dito sa AMB o Avoy Mix Video. Ngayon po ay tatalakayin natin itong video ni The Most at magbibigay po tayo ng ating reaction at ng ating comment. Kayo rin po, ganun po lang inaasahan ko sa inyo, magbigay rin po kayo ng inyong komento dyan sa comment box. Ito po kasi ay tungkol sa tinatawag nating lakas sandatahan ng Pilipinas. Ang Pilipinas po ay hindi po natin pwedeng i-underestimate. Biruin nyo, sa loob lamang ng nagdaang ilang taon, naging ganito kalakas ang ating puwersa. Lalo na sa mga panahon yan, no? Kasi kung pag-uusapan natin yung history noon, ay malalakas na bansa na ang nakalaban natin at talagang ito ay pinahirapan at pinarusahan. At ito po ay mga conqueror na bansa, no? Amerika, Japan, Spain. Pero grabe po ang sinapit nila bago nila nakudkod ang Pilipinas. At nanalo pa nga tayo sa mga ilang labanan. Ano? Sila, yung panahon na yan, wala po tayong tinatawag na sandata. No? Lalo na kaya ngayon. So, ito po ang video ni The Most. Yan po ang ating mga kabagong sandata.
Global Firepower is an organization that provides an annual ranking of national military powers based on a comprehensive index called the Power Index.
So, maaaring itong uploader ay dito kumuha ng tinatawag na reference sa Power Index or Global Power.
This index takes into account over 60 individual factors to assess a nation's military capabilities. Not just in terms of raw numbers like total personnel or tanks, but also in terms of logistical capacity, geographic features, natural resources, and other elements that affect a nation's ability to sustain military strength.
Yan po, yung tatlo na yan ang talagang basihan ng tinatawag nating lakas ng sandatahan. Logistical capacity, geographic, at saka natural resources. Tuloy po natin.
The Global Firepower ranking does not solely focus on the size of the military, but also evaluates aspects like defense budget, manpower, availability, naval strength, air power, and other specs. In this video, we will discuss how strong the Philippine military will be in 2024 in the world ranking, Asia and Southeast Asia. But before we continue, if you are new to this channel, like and subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you are always updated on military news and events.
So, i-like nyo po itong video ni The Most, pinamagatang Philippine Military Strength Global Firepower 2024. So, tuloy tayo.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines AFP are the military forces of the Philippines. It consists of three main service branches: the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, including the Marine Corps. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has been working on modernizing its military capabilities, but it still faces challenges in terms of equipment and overall capacity when compared to more advanced nations. The Philippines ranked 34th in the latest edition of...
So, pagdating sa kasundaluhan natin, wala tayong problema, no? Talagang mga skilled to pagdating sa digmaan, no? So yun nga yung challenges natin, yung tungkol sa mga equipment, kasi ng mga nagdaang administrasyon hindi ito binigyan pansin, pero ngayon humahabol po tayo. Sa tingin ko hindi pa huli ang lahat. So tuloy natin.
Global Firepower's military strength ranking. With a power index score of 0.4691, the Philippines fell by 2 notches from the previous year. This year, the Philippine military is ranked number 16 in Asia and ranked number 5 in Southeast Asia.
So, malaking bagay ito, no? Number 16 na tayo sa Asia, no? So, sige, tingnan natin ulit. Kanina sinabi, number 34 tayo sa global. Ngayon, sa Asia ay number 16 tayo. Southeast Asia, ranking tayo, number 5. Kumpara nung mga nagdaang administrasyon talagang kulelat. Pero ang bilis ng rapid po yung pag-angat ng ating lakas.
For 2024, the Philippine defense budget is approximately 282.7 billion Philippine pesos, or around $5 billion, which reflects a steady increase in defense spending as part of the ongoing AFP-B modernization program. The budget is distributed across various military branches and modernization projects with specific allocations. As of 2024, the Armed Forces of the Philippines has the following personnel. Active military personnel, approximately 150,000, 1.2 million reserve personnel, 35,000 paramilitaries, 33,600 Air Force personnel, 200,000 Army personnel, and 39,500 Navy personnel. Land power.
So, stop muna tayo. Hindi pa kasama doon yung mga reserve, ano? Kasi sa reserve, meron pa tinatawag na inactive reserve o standby reserve. Yun po yung mga ROTC, no? So, yung mga graduate noong 2000, year 2000 pababa, lahat po yan nag-undergo sa ROTC, no? Mostly mga kalalakihan, yung 2000, year 2000 pababa, nag-undergo po yan sa ROTC. So, mga matatawag yung iba doon ay nag-active at yung mga iba ay inactive reserve. Kasama na po ako doon.
The Philippine Army is a modernizing force centered on tracked and wheeled solutions of foreign origin. The nation fields various support vehicles to cover various battlefield roles, including troop ferrying, fire support, indirect fire, and targeted direct fire.
Gaganda na ng gamit
Army has
natin,
a
no?
total of 7,562 vehicles, including 18 tracked light tanks based on the Ascod-2 platform and 10 wheeled light tanks based on the Pandar-2 platform, 12 self-propelled artillery, 289 towed artillery, and 2,580 armored and combat support vehicles. These vehicles have been purchased in numbers from different countries, including the United States, United Kingdom, Brazil, and more modern solutions from Turkey and Israel. Air power. The Philippine Air Force is the aerial warfare branch of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
So makikita nyo, 5 bansa yung kinuhanan, no? Yan po ang strategy ng Pilipinas, ano? So, yung mga expertise nila, pinagsasama-sama natin at natututo tayo sa mga global equipment, kung ano-ano pa man yan, kasi ito yung mga major source, no? Natututunan natin yon at kino-combine, parang gumagawa tayo ng isang hybrid.
Its primary mission is to protect Philippine airspace, conduct air defense operations, provide air support to ground and naval forces, and participate in humanitarian and disaster relief missions. The PF plays a key role in safeguarding the sovereignty of the country, particularly in addressing both internal and external threats. The PF is actively engaged in the AFP modernization program, which aims to upgrade its equipment and capabilities. As of 2024, the Philippine Air Force has a total of 222 aircraft, including 25 combat aircraft, 111 combat utility helicopters, 8 attack helicopters, 24 transport aircraft, 8 special mission aircraft, 22 unmanned aerial vehicles, and 24 trainer.
So stop tayo dito, no? Ito po yung mga bilang ng aircraft base do sa sinabi niya, at makikita nyo po yung video ay genuine, mga Pilipino po yun, at dito po kinunan sa Pilipinas, ano? Genuine po yung video niya na hindi ito kinuha sa labas. Mga Pilipino operated po yung mapapanood natin, ano? Kagaya ng Cobra helicopter, dati parang imposible. Pero ngayon, meron na po tayo niyan, ano? Kahit yung tinatawag nila na parang yung aircraft na pang-internal kasi yun yung ginagamit, yung parang mukhang tora-tora, no? Yung Tucano, super Tucano. Meron po tayo niyan.
Aircraft. The PAF is continually expanding and upgrading its fleet as part of the AFP modernization program.
Ayan yung Cobra,
Discussions about
sinasabi ko.
acquiring additional fighter jets, possible purchases of F-16, JAS-39 Gripen, FA-50 and KF-21 Borame. More transport aircraft and helicopters. Strengthening air defense
Daming
systems with
klase.
advanced radar and missile systems. Naval power. The Philippine Navy is the Naval Warfare Service branch of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Its primary mission is to defend the country's maritime interests, protect the sovereignty of its territorial waters, and safeguard national security in its waters, including the vast exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea and other surrounding areas. The Philippine Navy also engages in various civil military operations, disaster response, and international peacekeeping efforts. Over the past years, the Philippine Navy has been undergoing modernization efforts to enhance its capabilities, with the acquisition of more advanced ships, aircraft, and defense systems to protect the country's maritime domain. These vessels serve different roles in maritime defense, patrol, transport, and humanitarian missions. As of 2024, the Philippine Navy has a total of 111 vessels, including 2 frigates, 1 corvette, 50 patrol vessels, 22 logistics support vessels, and 15 auxiliary ships. Currently, the Philippine Navy has acquired an additional 8 warships from South Korea, 2 guided missile corvettes, 8 offshore patrol vessels, and another 2 units of 124-meter landing dock platform from Indonesia, and these vessels are under construction. Missile systems.
Stop po muna natin, ano? Makikita nyo rito yung pag-order natin ng barko galing sa iba't ibang bansa. Kasi nga naman, pag pinagawa mo yan ng sabay-sabay, sabay-sabay rin matatapos. Halimbawa, sa isang bansa, 2 barko kaagad ang papagawa mo. Kung sa 5 bansa ka kukuha ng mga barko at nagdadalawa, sa loob lang maikling panahon, meron kang 10 barko pang digma. Plus pa yung ginagawa dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya mabilis po na nare-reach natin yung goal na ma-modernize yung ating mga equipment. Sige, tuloy po natin. Ito, missile systems.
The Philippine military has been gradually enhancing its missile capabilities as part of its modernization program. Although historically under-equipped in this area, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, now operates or is in the process of acquiring several missile systems, primarily focused on surface-to-surface, surface-to-air, and anti-ship warfare, including Spider air defense system, BrahMos cruise missile, SSM-700K Sea Star anti-ship missile, Mistral missile system, and Spike Enlos missile system.
So marami ng klase.
Continue acquiring advanced missile systems under its modernization efforts, including more shore-based anti-ship missile systems and enhanced air defense systems to further boost its maritime and territorial defense.
So yan, piling yung plug. So makikita natin na hindi pa sinasama rito yung kasi binabalak palang bilhin yung Typhoon, Kasi meron pa hong nakadestino dito sa Pilipinas na inilagak ng Amerika, Doon sa mga Typhoon missile na yon na nandito sa Pilipinas, yun ay defense ng Amerika bilang pagprotekta nila sa gate, kasi para tayong gate nila. Pero bukod doon, tayo po ay mag-a-acquire ng sarili nating Typhoon missile. So, yun po yung mariing tinututulan ng China, kasi game changer talaga yon, Talagang ang i-acquire pa natin ay is ground to ground. Ibig sabihin po ay hindi lang ito pang depensa, ito po ay pang attack din po, pang offensive o pang opensa. Ibig sabihin, from ground to ground, ibig sabihin ground missile ito, yung Typhoon, ay babagsak din sa kalupaan. Saan kalupaan? Kalupaan po doon sa pwedeng sa Spratlys. So kung ito ay middle range missile, siguradong ang tatargetin nito ay kalupaan ng China. So ito yung tinatawag na ganting atake. Yun po ang motive ng Pilipinas kung bakit kailangan natin ng ground to ground missile na Typhoon na middle range o mid range. So, ang China po kasi, bakit nila tinututulan to? Kasi ang gusto nila, sila yung mas nakalalamang at makasigurado sila dun sa sila talaga yung panalo at konti lang yung damage nila. Sa ganung paraan, ibig sabihin, perang pinapahawatig nila na kung magkakaroon sila ng kapantay na puwersa, magiging malaking damage ito sa kanila at yun yung ayaw nila. Takot po sila sa ganon, Baka kung sakaling magkaroon ng digmaan sa kanila na marami ang namatay, agad-agad umurong yung tao nila dahil sa kawalan nito ng experience sa mga labanan. Baka ma-culture shock pa yung kanilang mga sundalo at tumakbo na lang at sumuko. May mga ganun Nangyayari po sa USSR po, maraming sumuko. Dahil hindi na po sila sanay sa labanan sa tagal ng panahon na walang digmaan sa kanilang bansa. Sa atin po ngayon ay ang Pilipino kasi yung dugong Pilipino, as long na namatayan, nabawasan dahil sa pakikipaglaban, lalo pong tumatapang. Ganyan po hinubog ang ating sandatahang Pilipinas. So hanggang dito na lang po at magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa susunod na videos. Maraming salamat po.